Hey girl, hey. It's a work day, girl day. So I am in my um, work clothes. I need to do the goat shed for sure. I don't know. It's been raining for days, so I'm hoping we can get out there and mow and clean out the chicken coop and kind of get the goat shed cleaned out. That would be amazing if I could get that done, and then maybe some things cleaned up and organized at the barn, and it would be a hella good day. So that's where I'm coming from, but I have to light some Palo Santo, yo. Whew. I'm like super in my feels today. Mm. Mm. Now that I've had time to, be quiet and reflect and all this type of things and learning more and more about what I've been through, my child's been through. The abuse is actually far worse than we think. It really is. Such mindless nonsense. So, at any rate, a few of my reflections. I wrote it down today because my computer was busy. Because I am, I think y'all, if you saw that episode, I don't know what to call these, I guess episodes, when he was holding on to my car and he wouldn't leave me alone or let me leave, and I drove 70 miles an hour into a cop and tried to explain the situation. Cop didn't give shit. Yeah, you're all caught up. So I ended up getting a traffic ticket, and by the grace of God, by the grace of Goddess, by the grace of the powers that be, the synchronicities of the cosmos, I was given the opportunity to pay $225, and I get to take this 340-hour driving course that will wipe my ticket, and I will have no points. I basically like ARD for a traffic ticket, I guess, in New York for your first one. Speeding ticket. Anyway. And the interesting thing is that my son and I watched an episode of Queer Eye. I don't know if you ever remember Queer Eye, Fab Five. I love them so much. Anyway, the fellas are down in Nolens, and there is an 18-year-old gentleman there who is wheelchair bound, and has been since a traffic accident whereby his mother was killed in the car with him, and he's in a wheelchair the rest of his life. And Ronan and I sobbed watching that, like just absolutely sobbed. Sobbed for them. Sobbed, God forbid, something like that happened to us. And I've been reflecting on just how freaked and tweaked and autopilot and like my nervous system for well over half a decade has been in a perpetual, systemic, constant, chronic state of fight or flight. It's a war in your home every goddamn day. From the minute you open your eyes to the minute you try to go to sleep. It is eggshells. It is biting, condescending, never happy. Oh, wait, what did I do now? Oh my God. What is it now? Okay, you're happy now? Okay, you're not happy now? I could tell by his footsteps. I could tell by the way he closed the door, he would be on meetings at work and be this charming Dr. Jekyll, this charming man, telling people, oh, rest, mirroring and copying things that I would say. I would hear come out of his mouth. It's quite eerie, actually. And that was his public persona, and he would hang up and immediately go into whatever the fuck he wanted to in our home. And Ronan and I were immediately, what's coming, And I'm actually quite grateful that I was pulled over. I don't feel like I 100% call bullshit on the fact that a woman can't escape without punishment. Obviously. But I think on a deeper universal truth, the best thing that could have happened is now I'm taking this New York driver's course. So I'm getting a sense of what laws are in New York for driving and that type of thing. But also in deeper reflection, just how much I have been speeding everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's to take him to school or go to the grocery store or take him to a doctor's appointment or get me somewhere or go to work or go to the fridge or go to the bathroom or walk the dog. It's been this for half a decade. Over half a decade. And I can, in reflection, now that I have the space to think, I can see it everywhere. When I went to get my energy healing done, it took me quite some time, the first 20 minutes, for the practitioner to kind of push on me and be like, breathe. Breathe. You're not breathing normally. You are barely breathing. Breathe. Because I was I feel like I'm dying. Because I had been barely goddamn breathing. Because I held my breath. I took it 5 years ago. And this is the first opportunity I've had to exhale. Yeah. My child as well. So, again, the universal synchronicities and what have you. Mel Robbins for our July course. We have 3 paths we can take, but ultimately it's designed for deep quiet. And so, it feels good. It feels right. It feels right on, right on target, right on point. So we can continue with our project. We can take a whole ass break, or we can do relaunch. And so I'm going to give it to myself because I owe it to myself because I couldn't do it the first time around. I am going to go back and start at the beginning and really be able to be fully present to this course. Of course, there are things that I've garnered and I've taken in, the ritualization of my day and my morning and waking up without an alarm clock now, super pumped, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like a rocket. Let's go do this damn thing. But I also have a lot of shit coming up for me right now. I'm doing a lot of journaling. Yeah. So it's going to be nice that I can double back. It's an exciting time to be motivated, but also to fully embody and surrender into peace and calm and tranquility, in safety, in security, which is not something we've had. We have been through a fucking war across continents and countries, and I am not kidding. It has been hell. So what I'm learning and reflecting on is that, narcissism, how about that? Huh. Trademark, narcissism. Fuck yeah, you see it everywhere. in our politics, in our consumerism, in our capitalism, in all of it, in our individual, whatever. It's the new pandemic, I'm telling you. Anyway. Maybe it's not a personality disorder per se, but a personality style. I heard Dr. Ramani and Mel Robbins talking about that. It was a powerful episode if y'all haven't seen it. Mel Robbins, Dr. Ramani, What is Narcissism? But that constantly living under antagonistic, biting, condescending, toxic, extreme taker behavior, right? Where you don't even exist. Like I've been journaling about this. I've been journaling and I'm not a fucking journaler. It's just this shit has to come out and I have to give it a space to come out. It hasn't come out my eyes yet. Aside from, it probably will when I'm doing energy work, and I should let it go through me, but I'm so angry. Maybe it will come out, but I'm so angry about the complete and total betrayal, the exploitation. Oh my God, the commodification of my mind, body, and soul while my child watched. I'm angry about the time that was lost. I'm so angry. I would reflect on what I would tell him. I don't think I've ever met someone as horrible as you are, which is saying a lot. And of course, I've had some real bastards in my life, some real next level monsters. But at least I could see them coming. The thing that makes me so angry is the covert portion of it. How covert. He knew what he was doing. I had a heart full of love and presence and ready to work and build and love and realize dreams through creativity and passion. And he was only there to fucking vampire me into oblivion. And I would tell him, I wish I never met you. I fucking hate you. I wish I never met you. I fucking hate you. You are the worst person I've ever met in my whole life. How do you sleep at night? You have no conscience. You have no empathy. You are the monster in my son's dreams. My son's fucking nightmares. You know what he'd say to me? You don't mean that. You don't mean that. Now give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Well, my son's watching the demoralization of this fucking warrior that he knows. That's full of love and life and laughter. God, Jesus Christ, she doesn't want to kiss you. Leave her alone. Black eyes. Yes, she does. Give me a kiss. And what's that? All of the trauma from my childhood. Right then and there on display. Right all up in it. Right there. Right there. The powerlessness, the hopelessness, the imbalance of power, my voicelessness, my power to defend myself being taken, myself being silenced and made small. All the triggers, all in it. Everything I tried to avoid in my son, it's right there in slow motion. And I can't even believe the hell that I'm living in. And yet there's nothing I can do. The powerlessness, the resentment of being totally taken advantage of. Oh, so I am just so sad about the time and resentful of the time that was lost, that was spent being miserable in my child's formative years, being spent traumatized from the age of 7 to 13. Now, he was Mowgli of the jungle, and he got to go on the beaches, and we got to look for shells, and he got to feed sharks and ocelots, and we had some adventures, but they were always marred. There wasn't a single sunset that I can look back on. There wasn't a single experience that it was ever fulfilling or peaceful or, enjoyable. There was no connection. This was simply a situationship where this dude saw me as a fucking mark. He will tell you, he's told me, I saw who you were the first minute I laid eyes on you. And I fucking believe him. And he went and attached himself. And I proceeded to be bled dry. And I'd be like, you're hurting me. And it would just be harder. Harder. And then my mouth gets closed. And I'll only go, That's what my marriage has been. So for now, I'm allowing myself to feel angry when I feel angry. Cry when I need to cry. Journal when I need to journal. Color when I need to color. Rake the shit out of a goat shed when I need to rake the shit out of a goat shed. My son has really just been amazing to me and understanding and supportive. He's, just absolutely, he's always stepped up. He has never not stepped up, but damn, it's not his job to take care of me. But we have been a pretty good team. We've been a pretty good team. And I am deeply, deeply grateful for his understanding and his forgiveness, because I think he knows deep down, we've talked for years. He knew I was never surrendering. He knew that I was always fighting back. He knew for years I was trying to figure out how the fuck I was going to get out of this. He knew. This has been 4.5 years of being held captive. Because I didn't really know it at first. So I give myself a 6-month leeway. So yeah, maybe 5 years by now, or whatever, 5+ years, over half a decade of being a mark. And the subsequent torture and trauma that comes with that, and how my brain has changed, how my child's brain has changed, who we've become, what I need to undo. And so really, at the heart of it, at the crux of it, I'm a survivor. He's a survivor. No defeat, no surrender. And I think this traffic ticket, again, I call bullshit. But I think in the greater universal truth, it was essential for me to have no choice but to slow down. Literally. Before something happens that couldn't be taken back in my rushing to get away. So it's all kind of coming together for June. I'm going to get some work done today. I'll take some happier videos. You can see I got the kids here, and we're going to have a fun day. Fun day of cleaning up poop on the farm. But yeah, the theme heading into July, I'm excelling at my job. And the theme heading in is slow down. Slow down. That 30-day Project Blitz was my trauma. Documenting my abuse in real time, my child's abuse in real time. finding a resolution, hopefully compassionately. And now we can settle into slowing down, calm, peace, the ritualization of our days, our morning routines, living in harmony. There hasn't been a single fight in this house. I got really frustrated yesterday because I think I'm having like a lot of these body memories and stuff popping out, and a lot of these frustrations that are coming up, and kind of everybody around me's been really kind about it. It's kind of embarrassing being that vulnerable and feeling ashamed that a food processor could make you feel like you want to burn everything into the ground, but that's trauma trying to be processed, body memories and things. So the kids kind of look at me like, and I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm getting really frustrated, and it's not, I'm not being present. So just trying to work through that and staying present, and staying in gratitude that we're alive. Staying in gratitude that Mr. Hyde, as far as I know, is very, very far away from us. And that we wish Dr. Jekyll well. But there hasn't been a single fight, and, as these things come up, I need to process them. I need to journal. I need to help my son. And right now I'm just trying to get stronger, and stay inspired and stay up here, up here in the light. And, so yeah, I just, some days I don't feel like coming on here and posting. I don't know if it's making a difference. But then I hear this one voice in my head that says, to be able to see this has made such a difference, a profound difference in my life. And that's why I'm doing this, because I know I'm not the only one. And I hope that our suffering can lead to our battle cries of enough is enough. And we stay there, and we stay in our power, and we get even stronger, and we get those rock solid boundaries that we should have had a long time ago. And we dispel all of that noise from our childhood, and we take our little wounded inner self, and we're just like, I got you, baby. I got you, baby. The adult you needed this whole time is here. And she is like here. And she's not going anywhere. You're safe now. So for whatever that helps, you're not alone. I see you. I feel you. And it's real. And I know what you're going through. And it is a hella roller coaster. But we're going to be better off. We're going to be better off in the long run. So just keep walking towards that light. Stay inspired. Big kisses. Big hugs until all your pieces fit together. And I'll post soon.